Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about a cult classic, Trigun Badlands Rumble. Now, before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the post notifications so you never miss a video. Let's get it. Trigun is a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by Yasuhiro Naito. The manga was first serialized in Tokumo Shoten Shonen Captain in 1996 with a total of 3 collected volumes. After the magazine was discontinued in 1997, the series continued in Shonen Gahosha's Young King Hours magazine under the title Trigun Maximum, where it remained until its completion in 2008. Years after the original anime adaptation, the franchise returned with Trigun Badlands Rumble, an animated film produced by Madhouse. The movie premiered in Japan on April 24, 2010, and was later released in North America by Funimation. Unlike a full reboot, Badlands Rumble is an original side story set within the world of Trigun, bringing back familiar characters like Vash, Meryl, Millie, and Wolfwood. The film keeps the series' classic mix of desert western action, comedy, bounty hunters, and moral conflicts while focusing on a new story involving the outlaw Gasback. So let's jump into the story. 20 years before the main events of Trigun, a notorious outlaw named Gasback leads a massive bank robbery with 3 henchmen, Kane, Dorino, and Machio. Gasback is dangerous, loud, and ruthless, but even his own crew has grown tired of him. They hate that every robbery only funds the next one instead of letting them retire rich. So once the money is loaded, they betray him, shoot him, and try to escape with the cash. Kane, the leader of the mutiny, prepares to finish Gasback off, but Vash the Stampede suddenly interferes, and in classic Vash fashion, he appears from under a counter more upset about his ruined donuts than the robbery going on itself. His weird behavior distracts everyone in the building long enough for the henchmen to flee with the money. Gasback is furious that Vash would save criminals who betrayed him, but Vash simply believes it's better for everybody to stay alive. Gasback escapes the police using explosives, and Vash later finds out that newspapers have blamed him as the mastermind behind the whole thing. Skipping ahead 20 years into the present, Gasback is still alive and finally begins taking revenge on his former crew. His old henchmen have used the stolen money to build comfortable lives for themselves, but Gasback starts tearing those lives apart. One of them loses his casino and is forced to seek protection from Kane, who has become the mayor of Maka City. Kane used his share of the robbery money to upgrade his city's power plant and build a giant bronze statue of himself. Terrified that Gasback will come after him next, Kane takes out an enormous insurance policy on the statue. Because of that policy, the Insurance Society sends Meryl Strife and Millie Thompson to Maka City for risk prevention. Their job is to keep the statue safe and prevent a disaster that would cost the company billions of double dollars. But when they arrive, the city is packed with bounty hunters. Rumors are spreading that Gasback may attack, and Kane has hired bounty hunters instead of proper bodyguards. Meryl quickly realizes this is a nightmare waiting to happen because if a battle breaks out, the statue and the power plant could easily be destroyed. Meanwhile, Vash is also traveling to Maka City by sand steamer. On the way, he meets Amelia, a skilled female bounty hunter who is being harassed by a group of thugs. Vash steps in to help her, though his childish attitude immediately gets on her nerves. Amelia is tough, serious, and deeply disgusted by foolish men, so Vash's goofy personality only irritates her even more. When they finally arrive in Maka City, he continues trying to impress her, but she repeatedly rejects him.
Stop it. Get some help.
At the same time, Gasback has recruited Nicholas D. Wolfwood as his bodyguard. Wolfwood agreed to protect Gasback because Gasback once saved him from dying of thirst in the desert. However, Wolfwood makes it clear that he will only act as protection. He will not participate in any of Gasback's robberies. That night in Maka City, Vash, Amelia, Meryl, and Millie end up in the same bar. The atmosphere gets rowdy as bounty hunters drink and brag about catching Gasback. Eventually, the bar erupts into a drunken brawl. Vash and Millie leave the chaos behind, carrying the drunk Amelia and Meryl to safety. While everyone is distracted, Gasback attacks another city and destroys a factory owned by Machio, another one of his former henchmen. Machio also flees to Kane for shelter. After hearing that Gasback has attacked somewhere else, many bounty hunters assume the threat to Maka City was only a rumor and begin leaving. But Gaspac arrives early the next morning anyway, ready to put on a show. The hungover bounty hunters try to stop him, but they're no match for his weapons and strength. Gaspac bulldozes through the city and heads straight for Kane's mansion. Vash tries to stop him at the entrance, but Wolfwood distracts Vash just long enough for Gaspac to get inside. Once he enters, Wolfwood considers his contract complete and lets Vash go after him. Inside the mansion, Gaspac finds Kane, Dorino, and Machio. Kane, desperate to save himself, shoots Dorino and Machio non-fatally, trying to blame them for everything that happened 20 years ago. Gaspac doesn't care about Kane's excuses though, and prepares to finally settle the score. Suddenly, Amelia and Vash burst in, but they have very different goals. Vash wants to end things peacefully, while Amelia wants Gaspac dead. During the confrontation, Amelia learns that Vash was the person who allowed Gaspac to escape 20 years earlier, and she's pissed the hell off. To her, Vash's mercy allowed Gaspac to continue ruining lives for decades. She tells him that his decision caused suffering for countless people, including her own mother. Gaspac then escapes again, but instead of killing Kane, he decides to rob him completely. He sets off explosives around the city's plant, separating it from its cradle as well. The massive plant rolls through Maka City, smashing Kane's giant statue and causing a total panic. Gaspac's crew then secures the plant to a getaway vehicle and flees. Meryl and Millie are horrified because the statue's destruction means the insurance situation has become a total disaster. Leave it to them to be worrying about business in a time like this. Meanwhile, Amelia chases after Gaspac, determined to kill him. Vash and Wolfwood follow, trying to stop both her and Gaspac from damaging the plant, and during the chase, Vash is suddenly shot by the city marshal, who is secretly working with Gaspac. Then, Vash falls into dry quicksand and sinks from sight. Wolfwood tries to save him, but only manages to recover his sunglasses. With everyone now believing Vash is dead, Amelia is shaken, realizing that her obsession with revenge may make her no better than Gaspac. With Maka City powerless, Amelia tells Meryl and Millie that Vash is gone. Wolfwood, wearing Vash's glasses, agrees to help her stop Gaspac and recover the plant. They confront Gaspac, but his firepower quickly overwhelms all of them. Just when Amelia is about to be killed by the corrupt marshal, his gun is shot out of his hand, and Vash appears alive, shocking everybody.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Vash explains that he survived because the bullet hit an extremely tough piece of smoked meat in his coat.
Bruh.
He also avoided sinking completely because Meryl and Millie rescued him from the quicksand. With Vash back, he challenges Gaspac directly. The two duel, and Vash manages to wound Gaspac in the leg and shoulder without killing him. Gaspac then activates a powerful electrical weapon, intending to finish Vash off, but Amelia counters it with a pair of hidden metallic gloves. Gaspac immediately recognizes the gloves as something he once made for his wife. Amelia reveals the shocking truth that Gaspac is her father. In the past, her mother became pregnant shortly after Gaspac left to continue his robberies. Although he left money behind for them, other thieves stole everything, and because Amelia's mother was associated with an outlaw, the town refused to help her, and even a doctor wouldn't treat her when she was sick. So before dying, she passed on the gloves to Amelia. Amelia points her gun at Gaspac, finally having the chance to kill the man responsible for all of her pain and suffering. But after everything she has seen, she chooses not to. She adopts Vash's belief that killing won't fix damage that's already been done to people's lives, and Gaspac lives. Kane then arrives with a missile, planning to kill everyone and erase the evidence of his own crimes. Before he can fire, Wolfwood destroys the missile with one shot from his cross Punisher. Gaspac, Kane, the marshal, and the former henchman are all arrested. The stolen plant is returned to Maka City, which restores power to the town. In the aftermath, Meryl and Millie report that because Kane was a criminal living under a false name, the insurance policy is void. Hey! Amelia watches quietly as Gaspac is taken away, while he looks out from the prison caravan in deep reflection. Vash and Wolfwood leave together across the desert, discussing what happened, and Wolfwood points out that if Vash had not saved Gaspac 20 years ago, Amelia would never have been born. Then, a newspaper blows into Vash's face, reporting that another group of outlaws has escaped from prison. Vash immediately changes direction, making Wolfwood suspect that Vash has history with them too. And that's the end of Trigun Badlands Rumble. Yo, this movie was actually dope. The animation, crisp. The storyline, pretty solid. The action, fire as hell. This is definitely a film that you need to check out if you haven't seen it yet, and especially if you're already a big fan of Trigun. With that being said, thanks for watching the channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Join the membership if you're feeling saucy and you just want to shoot that button. And click the bell icon so you never miss another video. Until next time, deuces.